Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to JJ's PC Builders. JJ with you once again. First time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Tonight we got Mr. Machine over on the phone right here with us. Say hi, Mr. Machine.
Hi, Mr. Machine.
But anyway, hello, Mr. MTBK. Good to see you. Good to see you. I guess you guys are kind of wondering about the title and everything else. But first, don't forget your drinking snacks. I got a few of them, so I'm well prepared for tonight. I'm going to need it. So let's go ahead and just get the party started. And I'm going to take and rattle off what I have on my mind, and you guys can put your comments in there and let me know what you think. But if you're tired of the PR talk and you want the real breakdown from a builder's perspective, which is mine, not a marketing deck, you're in the right place. Tonight, we're taking CES 2026 and flipping it on its head. Everybody else is out here repeating the same talking points, the same buzzwords, and the same AI-powered future nonsense. But nobody's talking about what actually matters for who builds PCs, games on PCs, and lives in the real world. So here's what we're doing tonight. First, we're going to talk about what CES didn't say, the stuff they avoided on stage, GPU pricing, supply issues, memory shortages, AI companies buying up hardware before gamers ever see it, all the things that actually affect your next build, but magically never makes it into the keynote slides. Second, we're breaking down this whole AI first hardware push. Every booth is screaming AI like it's the second coming. But what does that actually mean for gaming performance? What does it mean? What does it mean for builders? What does it mean for the future of GPUs? Spoiler, it's not as rosy as they wanted you to think. It's not as rosy as you wanted to think, so it's not going to be as rosy. So, third, we're cutting through the noise and looking at the actual CES announcement that matter. Not the flashy prototypes, not the folding laptops, not the RGB infused everything. The real hardware that's going to impact your build decisions in 2026. And finally, we're going to talk about why the PC community deserves better than buzzwords. We want real specs, we want real performance, we want real transparency, we want no marketing poetry. Took me a while to write this, guys, so you're going to have to give me a minute. I got to refresh my brain. So let's dive in and talk about what actually matters in the PC world. Not what the marketing teams want you to hear. So let's first start it off with what CES didn't say about GPU pricing and shortages. Look, CES is great for shiny demos, but nobody on those stages want to talk about the real problem. Hardware is getting more expensive and gamers are getting pushed to the back of the line. AI companies are buying up everything, memory, GPUs, even power supplies. Get that one. And the gaming market is basically an afterthought. right now. CES won't say it, but we're going to talk about it tonight. So what do you guys think about that for a change? Something that they're not talking about. I know there's a couple big-time reviewers that did not go to CES. And the reason why they didn't go to CES is because they think it's real marketing bullshit. I could say, the SH word, but I'm gonna try to keep it clean on this one. So what do you guys think? I want to hear what the chat's thinking about. I want to see what you guys are thinking about. I want to hear the gamers. I want to hear the builders. I want to hear everybody that takes care of their PC piece by piece, makes their PC better than ever. What are you thinking about right now? That's what we want to know here on the channel. Me and Mr. Machine does, as well as everybody in the live chat. And that's the reason why I do a lot of these live videos, live streams, is so I can get you guys' first input to what the hell is going on in the PC community for gaming, builders, everything. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Let's spark it off and see what you guys got going. Hello, Dr. Blitz. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, when I see a house fire, I just say AI will fix it. Oh my God. Did you guys hear that? That's good, Dr. Blitz. That's good. What do you think, Machine?
Yeah, I said true out there.
You got anything you want to add to that first little thing of the shortages and GPU pricing and all that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that we're going to be going backwards for a little bit until they can get caught back up.
Oh, hopefully you guys cut the meme. I gave you guys a good meme now, didn't I? Or you guys didn't catch the meme? Dad, I want PC parts. Son, you're going to have to wait for a couple of years until the price comes down. Something like that. There's a reason why I've said that and had that meme made up specifically to show these companies what they're doing to the community. I mean, my focus right now is on the community. It's not about, getting PC parts from these companies. Okay, if they wanted to do that, they would have did that in my first year of having my channel. They obviously want nothing to do with my channel. They'd rather go to some retarded channel and go and play games with that. More power to it. What do you think, Machine? Yeah. See, there's a difference between a real channel with real information compared to all that clickbait. I didn't bring you guys here tonight or the next day or whenever you watch this video for clickbait. This is not clickbait. I'm not clickbaiting nobody. I'm bringing the real facts right down to the line. Now, everybody's talking about the new Ryzen, was it Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9? No, it's Ryzen 7, I think. Is it Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9? 9800, 9850.
Yeah.
It's Ryzen 9, isn't it? No,
yeah.
It's Ryzen 7.
I don't know. It's confusing.
See, exactly. Mr. Machine said right there, it's confusing. So the 9850 X3D was supposed to replace the 9800 X3D, and now you got a bunch of people out there waiting for that special keynote that was supposed to come up with AMD. Nice job, AMD. You sent me a link to your live stream for day one at CES, and you did nothing, but nothing. Talk about AI. Nothing. You know, I lost viewers because of that. And I'm almost hell bent to take and erase the live stream, because I save all my live streams. And I'm almost hell bent to erase it. Because number one, you're making it totally hard for content creators like myself to do these keynotes, is because you guys keep putting music in your keynotes that's actually a bad thing. What, I have to pay for the licensing for that music for me to actually have it and get monetized for the video? That right there, number one, that pissed me off. So if you want my honest opinion, guys, I'm almost to the point right now where these keynotes for like CES, and I'm hoping Computex turns out better. I mean, it would be, I would love to go see Taiwan. Wouldn't you, Machine?
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I'd like to visit the chip manufacturer places.
Yeah, and I'd love to go see that too. You know, I do agree with you, man. I'd love to go see if they're going to drop a bomb right in my place where I'm going to be staying at. I would love to see that too. So, you know, it's a joke, guys. It's a joke. There's nothing going to happen like that. So, but it would be nice to go over there. Decent weather at that time of the year, wouldn't you think, Machine?
Yeah.
I mean, no, but they give all accommodations to retards. But anyway, CES is only good for displays. You got it right there, Mr. Blitz, Mr. Dr. Blitz, that is. You definitely got to hit that right on the head. Okay, so we know that for a fact that AMD is going to put out a new CPU, probably 2 or 3. And they're all going to be X3D chips. And we're not going to see any X series chips until they're probably not going to do a lineup of X series chips for this. So we know that's out of the way. Graphics cards, there's nothing to talk about. NVIDIA, just switching gears, NVIDIA didn't talk about anything about graphics card. They brought up the Rubin Vera cards, but that was AI data center cards. Does that make sense to you, Machine? I mean,
it's remember I said it was IES, it's not CES anymore. Just for investors, that's it.
Oh, investors entertainment service. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. It's not CES.
Yeah.
It's not consumer electronic shows.
It's not consumer anymore.
No. I do agree with that. It's not. And that's why some of the top reviewers stayed home. Is because they knew this was going to be a crap show. And that's why they didn't go. They didn't want to spend any of their money to go to these shows. No, what they did was they picked the crappiest people to go and showcase their product. The demo products. Yeah. Okay. You see, this is a demo right here. I got my MSI motherboard that's inside my PC. I got the Ryzen 9700X. I got the 5700X. I got the Asus Dual RTX 4070 here, and underneath the box is an air cooler. Here's my demo for the day. I got Arizona iced tea, not a sponsor, by the way. So, I got watermelon, I got raspberry, and I got strawberry melon. So I'm well prepared for tonight, most definitely. But guys, when it comes to the product and they really want to shine, they're not really going to shine. But I'm going to give you some good news. Machine, we're going to bring up some good news.
Wow.
Some good news.
It exists. There's actual good news.
Yes, there's actual good news.
Wow.
NVIDIA stepped up to the plate. Do you want to fill everybody in on the 3060 fill-in?
Yeah, if it's true, I have not seen anything. I looked earlier. 3060 might go back into production, but I have not seen anything anywhere that I can find. So that's just still not something that is still rumored. But unloading the software onto the 2000 and 3000 series is a good step in the right direction and consumer positive. So hats off to NVIDIA for giving DLSS 4 and frame generation to 2 and 3000 series cards. Although it doesn't work tremendously well on them, it still works, and it gives more options available to the consumer. And that's what they need to do. So props off to NVIDIA for at least doing something.
But that's it. Now remember, that's if they decide to do that.
Yeah, they might not. Yeah.
Giving extra frames to 20 and 30 series, that's an awful tall ask, especially if the cards are not prepared. This is what I think. They should put it out anyway. And let the consumer decide if they want to use it or not.
They did. It's out. People are using it right now.
What, for the 20 and 30 series?
Yes, people are using it right now.
Oh, they must have just did the release today.
It's you have to go in and use the beta release.
Oh.
And then it officially comes out on the 13th. But people are testing the beta right now.
Well, I'm going to wait till the 13th, man. They can test all they want.
Yeah, unless you really need it right away. If you're a 3000 or 2000 series user, you might as well test it, do the beta one. Why not?
Why not? It's free.
But for the 4 and 5000 series, you're not going to gain too much. Anything particular.
No, I mean, the frames, they're still going to get the same frames and everything else. The architecture might be a little bit of an upgrade because of the transformer model, but I'm not expecting but maybe 1 or 2% of an uplift. If there's any uplift, it would be about 1 or 2% for the 40 series. The 50 series, it'll be a little bit of a different ball of wax because 50 series gets 2 extra frames, and they updated the architecture a little bit more to give, to take some of the load off of what they say, to take some of the some of the latency off, to lower some of the latency, improving performance. But still, it's a hit and miss. Have you tried no, you're waiting like I am for the 13th, right?
Yeah, well, I don't get anything special with mine right off the bat. I have to wait until the spring to get the 6 times frame gen.
So it's really yeah, but still, it's really nothing to jump at.
No.
Yep. So there it is. So as far as hardware and everything else, I got to give NVIDIA one prop because they did decide to mold their software and do more of an impact with the community. But the way it's being presented is being presented by who? Videocards.com? Or do they got an actual spokesperson putting themselves on record for this upgrade for NVIDIA. If I read right, I didn't see anything about a spokesperson confirming this from NVIDIA too. Did you see anything, Machine?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything about that. I'm just going by what somebody said, word of mouth. Again, take it with a grain of salt. So let's go ahead and move down on the real impact of AI first hardware on PC gaming. Every company at CES is screaming AI, AI, AI. Does that sound familiar to the video that I did earlier today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you're seeing where you're getting it from. Like it's the cure for everything. But here's the truth. AI first hardware means gaming performance isn't the priority anymore. Price to performance is not there anymore. The performance for gaming priority is not there. We're seeing GPUs we're seeing GPUs tuned for compute, laptops designed around neural engines, believe this, and the features that don't help you get more FPS, machine learning. So the question is, where does that leave PC gamers? Guys, where does it leave you? It's becoming a lonely world. That's what we're breaking down right now. So if we look at it and comes down to the last itsy bitsy burned wire that we're going to have in our PCs just so we have some kind of gaming support, are the companies actually the product they put out now that we've already bought, are they actually going to continue with support? Machine, do you think they're going to support us on the updates?
I don't know.
Too many rumors flying around. Yeah. AMD's still going to be going through with they're splitting the software away from their older cards to the newer cards. They're already going to do it anyway, regardless if you like it or not. That's been in the work for months now. And this is what I heard from a good friend that knows a friend of a friend. Yes, it's not firsthand information, but when they collaborate, they collaborate. So I can't tell you who it is or who was or whatever. Can't do that because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But it's already in the works that AMD is going to go ahead with breaking away the 9000 series from the older graphics cards, and the older graphics cards being put on the shelf. Not totally on the shelf, but game updates might be minimal. Sorry guys, I had to sneeze. So game updates are going to become minimal like they were talking in the past. So be ready for it. And don't say, take and mark today's date, and don't say I didn't tell you so when it happens. Right, Machine?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have I been talking about certain things and they've happened? That you can recall how many times I've told you certain things happen and they happen.
Yeah, you're very Nostradamus-like.
Yeah. So
yeah. I'm just hoping that one of those doesn't come true.
Me too, but I'm telling you, it's looking like it's going to come down to it.
Yeah.
If they're focusing their cash into this AI boom, they're not focusing it into you. Okay, the companies are going to hate me for me doing this live stream, video, whatever. But I'm right here looking out for you guys. I could have been butt buddies over there at CES with everybody. Do you see me over there? Do you see anybody sponsoring my channel? The only ones sponsoring my channel are my subscribers. Just being here, watching the videos, and telling their friends to come and subscribe to the channel is actually helping the channel grow. So the more the channel grows, the more it goes. Keep me motivated and hit that subscribe button. You want to keep me motivated? You want to get me talking like I'm waiting for a race? You want to get me inspired? I've been doing this 3 decades, Machine. 3 decades. More than 3 decades. I was about to say what? 300 years? Makes it feel like I've been doing it 300 years. What do you think?
Well, you've been doing it for a long time, so you've seen the ups and downs.
I know. I don't want to be the kind of person that's going to take and be like, doing it for clicks. I'm not doing this for clicks. I'm doing this to help the community. That's the whole purpose of me starting my channel back 3 years ago. And we're going on the 4th year, guys. This is the 4th year on this channel. I know I don't have that many videos. I'm going to explain this really quick, so you all understand the reason why I don't put out videos like everybody else. I want my videos to matter. I want my videos to have a meaning. I don't want my videos to be represented as clickbait. You got to click on it. You got to click on it. I need, for the clicks, for the views, for the clicks, for the views. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm not doing it for the clicks. I'm not doing it for none of that. I am doing it to help first-time builders that want to learn how to build to come here and feel comfortable asking the questions. Everybody in this community here, over 800 plus people, all contribute something to the channel, either by helping other people out, building their stuff, or bringing them here to enjoy the moment of all can be all when it comes to PC parts. So, guys, I don't have a lot of PC parts. I'm going to admit this, because I'm using what I have on hand. Machine knows this. I'm using what I have on hand. Is because I'm making it my daily driver. So you guys can see these products right here are already in my PC. This one's in my other PC, usually sits here, which I do use. This right here is in my main PC for content creating, gaming, and all the good stuff. The Asus Dual RTX 4070 is in my content creating PC. Do you see anything high end? Nothing I have here is high end. It's all mid-grade stuff. Affordable mid-grade stuff. The stuff that the companies don't want you to know. They want you to keep believing you need to buy high end in order to get the best of the best. The best, that's not how you get the best of the best. Right here, what I constructed in my PC is just as good as me running a 5090, running an X870E motherboard, and running a 9800X3D. Everybody's got a pair, but nobody runs these. I run this. I'm not ashamed of my PC. If you think that, you have to have all high end just to make content, you got something else to think about. You don't need high end to make a PC. A PC is a creation tool for your gaming, your office work, for anything you need a PC for. Do you need an X3D chip? No, you don't. You can run off of an X series chip on AMD, and you can run off of a K series chip on Intel. You can get a 13600K and plug it into a DDR4 motherboard and run yourself what? A 7800 XT?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've already sampled that too. It's not a bad card. You get the OC model. This Asus Dual right here is an OC model. The OC models I like better from the AIB partners. This one has not let me down yet. And Asus did a really good job on this card. It's got two 120 millimeter fans. It's 4.0 X16 slot. And it's got a dual BIOS. That's why it's called dual. It's got two BIOSes on that graphics card. For the $600 that was paid for, I paid $100, but the work that I did was well worth more than $600. So I want you guys to think about that for a moment. Okay, to get these parts, I had to work for that. I didn't have none of this. Well, except for Machine sent me the MSI motherboard and the 9700X and the 6000 CL28 RAM. He wanted, and Machine, you tell him the story.
Well, I just wanted to help you out, and when it came to the GPUs, they were just sitting there. I'm probably not going to use them. And you can do some content with them, and show people that lower end GPU can run games and run whatever you need it to just fine. It's 1080p, no problem. And
tell them the actual reason.
I got you those?
Mm-hmm.
That's the actual reason.
No, much more than that.
Because you helped me out a lot, like payment almost.
Think about your PC. Why did you want me to test this anyway? There's two reasons.
I wanted you to test. So I got you the motherboard and the RAM and the CPU because I wanted to see if it would work well because I was interested in getting it myself. So I let you test it first.
Right. I just didn't want you to leave half the story out.
Of course, yeah. And then I got to the AIO because you're having problems with the Earth and I didn't want you to be out of system. Same thing pretty much with your 9700X combo. I just wanted to make sure you had something at all times so you can make content. And
that's well appreciated, brother. You know that.
That's no problem, man.
That is well appreciated.
However you put into helping me, it's nothing. Nothing.
Well, I'm glad that the outcome of your PC turned out like you expected it to. So you have the 9700X. You have the same motherboard that I have, the MSI Pro B850-P Wi-Fi motherboard. We both got the same motherboard. The RAM, we both got similar kits. He's got the 6000 megahertz CL30 Clev RAM. I got the 6000 CL28 Clev RAM. Did that make much of a difference between his and mine? No.
No.
On top of that, he got his as a pre-built, but he picked all his parts. So on top of that, he got a 9060 XT 16 gigabyte that was total shit. I'm sorry, it was total shit that they didn't even notice that the graphics card needed to be repasted. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's why it was overheating like it did. And that company should make good for that, bro. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to run the whole PC for that though right now.
Yeah, so you're best off to
hang tight
until it comes time, the warranty runs up, and then after that you can repaste it yourself. Which that's not a problem. So, but comes down to the point, man. These guys that they pulled over to CES to cover what, I have no freaking idea. And I know there's going to be some people out there, Machine. I know there's going to be some people out there that are going to say, Jay, you're just being a shill about CES because you didn't get to go. I know there's some people that are going to say that, right?
Well, I wouldn't worry about it.
You know, so I'm not being a shill about it. Trust me, I'm not. I just wish they really thought through who they really wanted to pick to go over there. No, they picked the ones that think they know what's going on. No, they picked the console bros. No offense, by the way. They picked the console bros to go over there. No, I'm not shilling about it. I know AMD's going to pick their top favorite lunatics. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not that lunatic. I'm the kind of person that's downright home when it comes to PC hardware. Now, Machine will tell you, we went on Amazon, and these PC parts, I didn't know I was picking for myself. He had me go and pick out all these parts. And then he dropped the bombshell on me.
Yeah.
And then he said he was getting it. I was like, I hope you're getting it for yourself. Nope, I'm getting it for you. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, I mean.
You're happy about it, I know you are.
Bro, you know I'm always happy about PC parts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I can take crap and turn it into gold. Especially when I can take a Xeon processor on a China-based motherboard with ECC RAM, 32 gigs of it, for $150. I took a shot at it. My friend ran it for 2 years, playing his games, until Christmas time when I gave him that big system. He enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. And still is.
Yes, he still is, and I fixed the problem with the loss of the FPS with the 7800 XT.
What was it?
Well, it's like I said, I had to take adrenaline out. Adrenaline had a bug.
Ugh.
So what I did with my friend is this, and I said to him like this: since you're running OpenGL all the time and you don't run DirectX, right now you're best off to just run the drivers only. And then if you need more power, then we can turn on MSI Afterburner. And retool it to get more power with MSI Afterburner. But I told them, do not put adrenaline back in here ever again. I believe in the hardware. I do not believe in their software. I could take you back to their first goddamn day. AMD. Before ATI. Before them buying ATI. So I can take you guys on a journey from hell. And stuff that they don't tell you up on WikiLeaks is half of that stuff is not true. I lived through those days. So believe what you want to believe, but I know what I know. And the story's going to stay right with me. And I'm not going to hear I'm not going to hear it blow smoke up everybody's butthole like they do on WikiLeaks. Tell you that right now, I'm not going to do it. So, I'm not an AMD narcissist. I'm going to tell you that. I run an AMD CPU. I do run part of AMD in this system. I run part of Intel in this system. I run part of NVIDIA in this system. I run Crucial, a part of Crucial into this system. I run Samsung into this system. Put all this together. And part of MSI. Asus. And believe it or not, there's a little piece in there of Gigabyte too. Now, ASRock, I don't know what you're doing, guys. You need to get with me on that. So, all in all, in Treetop Tall, I got these cool little microphones. I got 2 of them from Temu. Sounds like a cow, but anyway. TEMU. Got this on like a penny sale, and I paid for the shipping. $2 or $3 or $2.99 and a penny sale. Paid $3 for these. And you guys are telling me these microphones are sounding good. Hopefully. Am I right?
Yeah.
So,
sound good to me.
Yeah. So now that we got that breakdown of screaming AII, let's move on with this event that I got going on right here. Which announcements actually matter for your next build? So what announcements really, as far as CES, what announcements actually work for you for your next build? CES throws a lot of noise at you. Curved monitors, RGB everything, laptops that fold like tacos. He's right. The man's right. The man's right. Because they do. They're so flimsy, they are like tacos. But only a handful of things that actually matter if you're planning a build in 2026. I'm going to cut through the fluff and tell you what's worth paying attention to, what marketing nonsense, and what you should actually wait for before spending $1. Okay, here's the breakdown. When you're planning your build, everybody likes to buy all at one time. Big mistake. I've said this for years, and I'm going to say it again. Big mistake. Never buy everything at one time because you're spending too much money on parts that you can wait for a little bit down the road for like Black Friday or Cyber Monday or a flash sale. Wait for the deals. Don't jump off the wagon just to get a part. I know it takes a little bit of time. It'll take a couple months, but it gives you enough time in that couple months to mold the money, the investment that you're making into something that's going to last longer than 2 years. You want something to last longer than 2 years. You want something to last more than 5 years. Knowing that the 10 series from NVIDIA lasted a little bit, 10 years?
Yeah.
People are still rocking the 10 series.
Yeah, if you bought one of those back in the day and you're still rocking it, man, you got your money's worth for sure.
Definitely. So think about what's going on with the prices and everything else and what you can do to make your platform the best it can be. Now, a lot of people have told me, I'm not saying everybody in this world, I said a lot of people have told me, they just said, screw it, they'd just rather go buy a brand new pre-built PC and be done with it. Biggest mistake. Not saying don't buy pre-built PCs. You can do whatever you want. But like I told Mr. Machine, make sure you pick your parts. And you got yours from where?
I can't remember.
Cyberpower PC.
Yeah, Cyberpower. That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
They could have been a sponsor. They still can. There's still time. But,
Yep. Based on the recommendations, you had your recommendations, and I already knew what motherboard and CPU I was going to get, so it wasn't that difficult.
No,
So that
it's not that difficult to pick out the right parts, neither.
Yeah.
To know what you need it for is the most key element of your PC. But I'd take mine one better. My PC is an element of 3 buckets, and I go by my 3 bucket rule. And I tell everybody, do the 3 bucket rule. When you're buying your PC, you want longevity. You want more than 5 years, do the 3 bucket rule. Content creating, business, because they go hand in hand, especially if becoming a YouTuber, a content creator for YouTube. And then for the gaming shift. So you got 3 buckets. And inside those 3 buckets, it covers a wide range of everything that your PC can do. You're the user. You control your own PC. You control its destiny. You build it, you control it, you mold it however you want to. I molded mine so good that I know in the past I had problems with the operating system. That was Microsoft's fault, not mine. But I fixed it. My 5700X PC still runs, and it runs on Windows 11 25H2. So does this one here, even though I know you guys don't like the watermark. But like I said, I'm still in the testing stage. I'm not done testing these PC parts. That takes at least a year or 2 before I'm satisfied with these parts. At least a year or 2. So each day I go in and I make tweaks. I make little tweaks here and there until I can get it fine-tuned so good. The PC is going to rock your world. So, and even running a 4070. A 4070. She must have me having too much fun over there, Machine.
she's watching Naruto.
Oh. So, end of the day, comes down to the marketing nonsense. Am I here to feed you BS? No, I'm not here to feed you nothing. I'm here to tell you something. I'm here to tell you, watch every dollar. And when you go to shop, always look for the flash sales, not used, brand new. But if you want to go into the used market, that's up to you. Be very, very, very cautious in how you buy, because you never know you could wind up thinking you're getting something that's $1 million, worth $1 million, but you can get something that's worth 5 cents, like a brick. So when you're shopping for your PC parts, if you got people locally that are selling parts or a whole PC that you can take and spritz up a little bit, like a $50 PC, you can make it into a $1,000 gaming machine. I've done that before too, machines. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, if I wanted to do something with that 8th gen Livono system, the 510A, I can probably talk to somebody about 3D printing me a whole new case and doing a aluminum frame around that and change it to where I can put in a decent power supply. You know, I could do that too. I can also get the right jumper wires to modify the current CPU that's in there, or the PSU that's in there, power supply unit, by using jumpers that correspond with that motherboard. For, let's say, if I wanted a 1,000-watt power supply, I could use that too. So I can do do a little bit of modding if I want to, which I think I'm gonna bring that into the future, because I really think that that case needs to be modded. You know, I really think it needs a 1,000-watt power supply, and I really think it needs a big graphics card too, like a GTX 1650.
Yeah, huge one. Yeah.
Everybody's like, huh? What? Yeah, I got a GTX 1650 here that I can plug into it. Doesn't require extra power. Or does it? No, it don't. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? If I remember right.
I don't think it does.
I hope not. I'm looking. No, it's got a display port, HDMI, and it's got another port. But guess what? It's MSI for the win. I think that's pretty cute. Look at it. It's in my hand, palm of my hand. That's how small this card is in the palm of my hand. I'll tell you what, I can get 60 FPS off of this all day long. And it carries the same driver as my 4070. So I could replace my 4070 with that GTX 1650 and not have to worry about a driver update if I thought about it. But don't go for just don't go for the nonsense. Be very aggressive when you shop. So that way you know you're going to get what you want for a decent price. So, now that we covered that, why the PC community deserves better than marketing buzzwords. Let's be real, guys. The PC community is tired of buzzwords. We don't need AI enhanced synergy or neural accelerated experiences. We need honest specs, and get what I'm saying. We need honest specs, real performance numbers, and hardware that doesn't cost as much as a used car. Almost the price of a Lamborghini, if we want to talk about it used. But tonight, we're talking about what the companies aren't saying. We're talking about what the companies aren't saying. Because builders deserve transparency, not slogans. We are tired of the, how can I say this, machine? We are tired of the gaslighting, the guessing, the waiting, the wondering if we're going to get something decent. And wait and wait and wait. You know what? I'm going to tell you, when it comes to testing PC parts, I'm right out in the open with the community. The machine knows that. If I'm going to test a part and I'm going to put it, on the screen for you to see, and what PC, doesn't matter what kind of capture card I have. What matters is how does it perform? What kind of FPS am I getting from it? Is it worth the price of performance? And I can tell you, even my 4 gigabyte card gives me a 60 FPS on Steam. Not Steam, Cyberpunk 2077. And I played that on Linux. I used it on Linux Mint at that time. Got good 60 FPS. And there was no stuttering, no artifacting. It was going through a race scene, and you seen it, machine. We're going right through the race scene. It didn't stutter. Everybody has all this gaslight that, some of these older cards can't do the job. They need to stop gaslighting so much and try it out for themselves. Actually spend a week or two, or spend a month with it. Spend a month with a card that doesn't have more than 24 gigabytes of VRAM and see what you're actually missing. The challenge of actually getting the card to run very well and having it just game just beautifully. I can run 1080p, which I do. I don't run 4K. I can on dynamic screen resolution for NVIDIA. AMD sucks on it. Machine tried it and he gave up. Am I right, Machine?
Yeah, on the AMD side, yeah. It's very, very picky.
Yeah. You got
machine, what screen size, it's just pain in the ass.
Yeah. It shouldn't have to be rocket science to set up your graphics card. I know you guys that got the 9070 XTs are saying, oh, it's not like that. It's not like, well, yes, it is like that. You're just gaslighting everybody, telling everybody it's not like that, which is BS, because we've already tried it. So we've already tested it. I have eyes that seen it for themselves, and they know the results of what NVIDIA does with dynamic screen resolution.
Yep, and I've tried it on the 6,000, 7,000, and 9,000 series cards.
Yep.
And it's the same any way you look at it. It's all right. The same software. So the 9,000 series doesn't make it better. It still works exactly the same, which is barely. So
yeah. See, that's why I'm here, man. I'm not here to gaslight people. You know that. I'm not going to gaslight nobody. I'm going to keep it real. That's all a part of my channel, keeping it real with the people that want it real. I'm not no phony. I got no fake acts. I don't have no fake jump cuts. I don't have no flashy B-roll. I'm just real. I just keep it real. Once in a while, yeah, I'll put a little B-roll thingy in there. But end of the day, guys, when it comes to the information, if somebody asks me about something, I do give a direct answer. And if I don't have that information, I will find it and give you the information in the easiest way to get it. And explain it if it needs to be explained. I do this with my time, the time that's not being paid for by YouTube. Yeah, I might have partial monetization, but YouTube does not pay me for anything yet. And if they do, it all gets contributed to the channel anyway to buy more parts and everything else. So I benefit nothing off of this. Not like some of the other reviewers that get, fat paychecks and everything else. I don't get a fat paycheck. I've invested 3+ years of my time into this to make this channel. I'm not disappointed. I got good people like Machine, Mr. MTBK, and all my subscribers, Mr. Dakota, I mean, got so many that every little thing they do to help every day is appreciated. Even if they're telling their friends to sign up and get on the channel, to help us get to 1,000, to move us forward, that's appreciated. Machine, that's appreciated. That's worth more to me than the price of $1. Truthfully. Is because then I know the subscribers that come to my channel at least have a path to success when it comes to PC building. And all of us here work together to make it happen. Yeah, MTBK, I see you snickering over there, man. I see you snickering, MTBK.
Yeah.
He's snickering, man.
These are a German laptop, bro.
Oh. Yeah, he is. He's our German laptop, bro.
Yeah, just don't use your right hand. You'll be fine.
He's a Mr. Righty Tighty, so, Okay, so now here's going to be my closing pitch to everybody. At the end of the day, that's why we're here. At the end of the day, not just to react to the ups and downs of CES, but to give you a clear perspective on where the PC world is really heading. The future isn't just what these companies are announcing. It's what we as builders and gamers decide to do with it.
Yep.
So let's break it all down and look ahead together. Let's see the future of what it's going to look like for us in the PC community as gamers, builders, everything, engineers, everything. Do you think a data center is going to play? Now, I want you guys to answer this question. Do you think a data center is going to play Cyberpunk 2077 with 1,000 FPS? And I put a question mark at it. Leave your comments in the live chat. Let me know what you think.
I bet it can.
I bet you couldn't even get 5 FPS. I bet you that fucking thing couldn't get 5 FPS.
Yeah. It's designed to run the cloud, so the cloud can run the game.
Yeah. It's designed for the cloud. Put your head up in the cloud. I know this is California where they say everybody's got their head in the cloud. No. Everybody's got their ass in the air at this point.
Yep.
Face down, ass up.
Yep.
Oops.
Like Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hit it. Yep. You got it there, Dr. Blitz. Hit it. So, Machine, we done covered a lot of bases about this CES today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It sounds like that I'm putting digs and gripes and everything else. I'm not. I'm bringing it real. And that's one thing that you don't hear out in this community a lot. People talking about is being real. That's what my channel's about, being together and being real. Now, I know I haven't done many builds on this channel, but in my past, I have done plenty of PC builds that I couldn't keep up with how many I've done. And I know I've done well over 5 or 6, maybe 8,000, somewhere in there, maybe more. I've done a lot of builds, man. I just lost track. I had lots of people come up to me and say, "Hey, build me a PC." Sure, no problem. What kind do you want?
Yep. Give me $2,000. I'll make it happen.
No, I tried to steer them in the budget kind of builds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had one guy ask me, "Hey, I got a Dell PC. What can you do with it?" I said, "Okay, well, bring it over and let me see what I can do with it." Looked at the Dell PC, and guess what? What kind of processor you think he had in there?
7th gen. First gen.
Camera recording.
It's a quad core.
2nd gen.
It's the 2-core.
It's the 2-core.
Yeah, well, NVIDIA did an update on that, so everything's okay now.
No, that's the Athlon series, bro. That is the Athlon series, the one that never dies, the Athlon 64.
Yep.
Back then, that was their flagship CPU, the Athlon 64.
Camera recording.
Yeah.
So, now that AMD's bringing back 2nd gen, looks like they're going to be cracking on 2nd gen. It's Zen 2. Is it Zen 2 or 2nd gen? No, it's not 2nd gen. That's Intel. Zen 2. They're bringing back the CPUs for Zen 2. Yeah. You're going back to the 300 series and the 400 series motherboards. Remember, if you're on AM4, it can do Zen 1, Zen 2, and Zen 3.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
The AM4 platform is going to have the longest lifespan of any platform in history.
Yeah, I know. That's already been over 10 years now.
Yeah, I mean, it's got at least 2 or 3 more years added on now.
Well, it would be something if they revamped the 5850X.
Well, they're going to be building those chips maybe again.
Yeah, they're going to have no other choice. But the RAM is $200 for 32 gigs.
Yeah, it's still cheaper than DDR5.
Yeah, could you imagine getting a Intel motherboard, taking a 14th gen processor, running it on a DDR4? Yeah, you guys heard me right. Taking a DDR4 motherboard for Intel that can do the 14th gen Raptor Lake and putting it all on DDR4. Yeah. Talk about a slap in the face of performance. Especially when you're cutting the frequency of that RAM in half. So if you got a good deal on 4400 megahertz RAM for DDR4, and it's a low CL rating to get you Gear 1, I think you'd do good. Dr. Blitz says 5K custom loop by tonight. Oh my God. I don't have $1,000, my friend, to spend on a custom loop tonight. You want a custom loop? Here. I customized this loop freshly. It's called a fruit loop. See, right here. It's right here. All customized, ready to go. Right here, 360 millimeter AIO. Customized. Look at that, fresh customization, man. See those washers? Those are freshly customized by me. You got a full customization kit right there. That's how you do your customization. I know you're gonna say something, machine.
Oh no. I'm innocent.
Yeah, I know you wanted to say something.
No, I wouldn't do that. No way.
Yeah, I know you did want to say something.
No. Halo. No.
I got also too. I got some fresh customizers right here. I got this one right here. Look, you can see through it. Look at that. You can see through it. No dust. And believe it or not, when I took this cooler off here from my 5700X, that was back maybe the first year. I have not cleaned this yet. Look. I have not cleaned this yet. Somebody told me that's hard to believe. I said no. I said the amount of positive air pressure I had going through the case caused the dust to go in and get sucked right out of the top. Because if I were to put an air filter on the top, you would see how much dust would have built up on that air filter. So, I can tell you on the TV, it built pretty much a lot of dust on it. See? That's a lot of dust. That's because it's pushing out of the system. It doesn't have enough time for that dust to attach to any components in that system. That's how fast the air is moving in my PC. Each fan that I got in front is running at 2,700 RPMs. 2,700. 2,700. Here's the microphone. Can you hear it? Well, his door opened up. Now I got it almost eating the fan. I'm getting a negative 5.5 decibels off of my fans. And they're not even Noctua fans. These are cheap fans. I got 3 of them for $20 with, believe it or not, with a controller. That's not the right controller. That's the right controller. Here's the right controller. Yep, that's the right one. This controls the color. This controls the speed of the fans. This controls the lighting. You can turn the light all the way off. You don't have to have no RGB with this. You can black it out. So, yeah. I think it's a good deal. So, you know how many fans I got of those? I got 12 of those fans. That's how good I think they are. Got them on a good sale, too. Right off of Amazon. So the only fans that are controlled by the AIO is the motherboard's controlling the fans for the AIO. AIO is controlled by the motherboard. The rest of the fans are being controlled by me. Sick as can be. I just turned mine nice reddish and got yellow lightning, fire and brimstone going on inside of the PC. So it's pretty good for me. I'll have to do a B-roll on that so you guys can see it. Do a nice B-roll shot. Just put it out there. 2-minute B-roll shot. So need more gold plating. Dakota. Hey, Dakota, good to see you, man. Good to see you. More gold plating. You know, I could actually get some plastic paint that looks like gold. And I can make some fake teeth and then spray it on there. Coat it to where it's food safe and then put them up in here and make it like I got gold rockers hanging out of my mouth. Maybe everybody think I'm a homie. I don't know. What do you think, Machine? Will that work?
Well, I try not to think.
Oh, okay. Why? You're not in trouble. Why would you be in trouble?
Sarcasm detected.
Oh. No, I'll leave this I'll leave that all up to the live chat guys. I'll let them take care of that. Dr. Blitz says, oh, you know, homie is going to be homie, always going to be homie in this on my channel because I'm y'all's homie. Simple as that. I keep it real. I say it like it is. And if people get butt hurt, so what? I say that for a reason. I'm not trying to draw in any negative aspect of this, but I keep it real here. And that's why everybody sticks around, because I do keep it real. So when it comes to building PCs, I keep it as real as it can get. Now, if y'all want to get into a showcase match to where, we want to talk about PC parts and all that, we definitely can do that. Definitely can do that. I always love those little showcase matches everybody puts me in. You know what I mean, Machine?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you know that your PC can do this? Since when? Who's the user of the PC? Why would it be doing that?
Windows 11 is the user of the PC.
Actually, Microsoft is, by all that mining they do for your information.
Yeah, they tell you what you're going to do with your computer.
Yeah, they tell you how you're going to run your PC. See, it doesn't make sense is they give you that extra protection, but you know what? They tell you, oh, you got to put a new operating system for that protection to work. Okay, so I put in a new operating system for that extra memory protection that they put on for the PC, and it goes in evaluation mode, and guess what? They turn it off. That's the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen with Microsoft. Don't tell us you can do something and then don't do it. So I'm just going to do the obvious, and I'm going to take and cut them out of my life completely. If they don't want to play ball and they want, they want to lose more reviewers going to Linux, they're working on it. Oh, they really don't care because they got the cloud now. So it really doesn't matter if they don't have anybody buying their product keys, because they make more money on the cloud than they do with the product keys. The product keys are just a bonus for them. This has already been said. And on top of what they did February 2025, that's unexcusable. Mining our username and passwords for their data sets. These are the things people don't talk about. These are the things everybody keeps their mouth shut on, because they're so afraid that, the company's going to pull a 360 on it. They can't pull a 360 on me because it's just information. It's information that was already put out there. So you can't do nothing about information that's already out there, because it's not misinformation. It's already been debunked and already been told. So this story is just a never-ending saga. Why do you guys think I went and I'm trying Zorin OS? It's not just because I'm trying it, because I found out that they got a million downloads in 30 days. If they got 1 million downloads in 30 days, I want to know why. And now I found out why. It's just that damn good. I am very impressed with Zorin OS, man.
Looks good.
As soon as I find out the rest of what I need to find out, see if it's more solid. When it comes to some of the apps that I use, if it is, then it's worth talking about. Right now, it does OBS, it does Steam, and it can do, from what I'm understanding, it can do the NVIDIA control panel, from what I'm understanding. And it can do the AMD control panel too, what I'm understanding. And it should be able to do HW info, GPU Z. Should be. But I still got to test that to find out. And if it does, I'll make sure I pull you guys up on the screen and show you it works. So yeah. What's your 2 cents on that machine?
Say that again. Sorry, the dog.
Well, talking about Zorin OS, right?
Oh, yeah. It looks nice. It looks simple to use. It looks
right.
Yeah. As long as all the software works.
So far, out of all the software I got, 2 out of many. 2 out of like 16.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see.
I'm slowly working on the rest of it. So, if we actually think about it, guys, we have other options. If we don't want to deal with the AI technology that's coming out, we have options. We have options to switch our stuffs in any which way we want to. We have the control. They don't. We have that control to go to another developer on an operating system that's worth probably putting the money into. That's actually going to listen to the community. And so far I haven't seen any bad things yet. And I'm watching. I'm taking my time. I did tell you guys 2 weeks, but I'm thinking about taking a month before I make my decision. Because I want to see what the first month is going to bring me on longevity for this operating system and the developer. I want to see if it's just the right fit for all the programs that I got. Now, I'll give it its perk if it misses off of a couple. But it is what it is. But if it lands every one of my programs that I got in my PC now, and if it lands every one of them, then I'm switching operating systems. I'm gonna leave Microsoft behind. I should have done that years ago, there, machine. I should have done that years ago.
Nah. Lots of shit as hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, I know. It's just what threw me off of Linux was the Red Hat back in the early days, in the 90s or the 80s, before the internet. They had it on CD, the Red Hat, and you can take and work on your computer without internet. It was the Builders program back then, which I wasn't impressed with. Maybe because I wasn't used to it. Maybe because I didn't want to, take my time with it to learn it. But now I am taking my time to learn this. A lot of people that I notice are becoming more of Linux users that really want to get to that next level. I think it's well worth the time. I don't know what you guys think. You tell me what you think. Do you think it's worth the time? Do you think it's worth your time to invest into something and make something better that you can call yours? Even though the developer made the program, you mold it to your image. You call it yours at that point. The way you mold it. And so far, what I've seen on Linux, Zorin OS, is he's done a really good job. It's a lot easier to use than Bazite, I think. I think it's a lot easier to use than Bazite. I know there's some people that might be Bazite users that like their Bazite. Look, love it as you live it. I'm just stating what I like. I tried many distros already. And this is one that I'm thinking of sticking with. So it works with Steam and Proton for Steam. So I don't have a problem with the games I play. Now, everybody gets into their head that, well, Linux doesn't play all the games on Steam. Okay. All the games that I play on Steam, Linux plays. So, I'm not disappointed. I'm disappointed in Microsoft because of all the BS and all the things that they're doing wrong, that they're focusing on the cloud and AI more than they're focusing on Windows updates. The Windows updates are not coming in regular like usual. It's not every month day business. You understand, machine? It's not every day, every month business to me. Because their updates aren't making sense anymore. It seems that their updates are kind of transforming my PC into something I don't want it to be. You understand that? So that's where I'm coming up with the problem. That they're putting in this AI and these AI workers without consent of the user. They're breaking it. I'm not saying they're going to break the law or they're breaking law or whatever. I don't know what they're doing. But I can tell you what I know what they're doing is because I can see it through my operating system. I can see it through the system services. I can see it through the audits. I can see it through the registry. Microsoft cannot hide that from me even if they tried, because I know their operating system. I've known it since day one. I've been studying it for many, 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 many years. I'm not just all about the hardware. I'm all about the software too. If your software doesn't work with your hardware, guess what? Your PC don't work at all. So you have to give 50% for the hardware and 50% for the software. You can't say 60-40 or 30-20 or 10-90 or whatever. It has to be a 50-50 basis between the hardware and the software. And if it doesn't balance to a 50-50, you're going to have black screen, blue screen, green screen, orange screens, red screens, pink screens, purple screens, and screaming these nuts. Okay? So, you want me to keep it real, I'm keeping it real. And I've always told all my viewers and all my subscribers, a balance in your PC goes longer way than an imbalanced PC that's being overclocked. So, believe me when I'm telling you this. And you know, I hope you guys tell your friends to hit the subscribe button too. It would help us out. But knowing that, and everybody here tonight listening, and there's a lot of people listening tonight, it seems. They want to know what's going on with JJ. Well, I'm breaking it down to y'all nice and clean. While everybody's over there at CES rubbing their face on demo products that are not going to make it to the market, I'm over here spewing the truth. We as gamers need to wake up and really smell the coffee. We need to. These companies have been doing this way too long and giving us way too many problems. When you spend $1,500 on your system, you don't want that $1,500 system to turn into 50 cents now, do you? Machine, I think they want their $1,500 system to turn into 50 cents. Because that's all it's going to be worth if they keep going this route. Why do you think that some of these companies have a buyback thing? You know what the buyback's about? The buyback was to buy back their old parts so they can give pennies on the dollar for their old parts and then turn around and use those parts, strip them out, and use them for their AI data centers. That's what they were doing. I heard that from a little bit of a birdie that came in my ear the other day. All those PC parts that are being sold back to the certain companies, I'm not going to mention the names because I'm not going to get into that battle. That's for another day. But when they're buying back your old parts for pennies on the dollar, they're actually using your parts for their own AI data center. And whatever they don't use goes to the landfill. So, you want to sell back to those companies your used parts, half of it's winding up into the landfill. And that landfill where those parts are winding up on a boat going back to China. So it's nothing but another ending circle. They're grinding up the minerals that's inside of those chips that goes onto those boards, and they're repurposing the minerals 100 times over. So whatever they get from the United States when it comes to PC parts, they're grinding it up for the minerals. They found a way to split the minerals out of the silicon chips themselves. They found a way to separate that. So you think they're losing money. They're not. They're making enough to pay their workers, but they're making a hell of a lot of profit. More profit than you really think, because they're right now, if they're selling the wafers at, let's say, $30 a wafer, times that by 1,000%. And if we do the math, how much is that, Mr. Machine?
1,000%?
Yep.
It's a lot.
Well, think about it. Right?
Mhm.
If they're grinding up the wafers and selling the wafers for $30 a piece, right? And they're making 1,000% on each wafer. So 1,000 times 30 is $30,000 that they're making on each wafer. And if they're selling the wafers by the hundreds of thousands, so let's say they're selling by the hundreds of thousands, so we'll hit the hundreds of thousands. We'll hit 100,000. $3 billion. $3 billion off of 100,000. That's a hell of a chunk of change. If you're making $3 billion every year, and you're paying your employees peanuts, and your overhead is peanuts, usually their overhead would be about 250,000, depending on the company. I just gave a ballpark. That's all it was. So if they're spending even $500,000 a year, or $1 million a year, or $1.2 million a year on their company for the overhead, and they're bringing in $3 billion, can you beat it? No, you can't. You can't beat that, because that's what they're making. Especially if you look at the stock market, their stock is worth 1,000 times over what it's really worth. And that's where I came up with the $30. So, you can spend the money, but the money can't spend you. If you want to know what I mean by that, your pride can't take you beyond the harm that they're doing right now to the community by holding the VRAM chips and the system RAM chips away from the community. More like the system RAM chips charging to a price that nobody can afford. That's, to me, I consider genocide. I consider that being around 1942. We're not at 1942. We're at the year 2026. need to wake up. We're not back in the cold era where you can sell something for something that's worth $10 and sell it for $100,000. It ain't working here. So I got my 2 cents out there about this CES, and it should have been consumer electronics. Is that, yeah. It's a consumer electronic service, I would imagine. Something like that, machine?
It's a show.
Oh, consumer electronic show. Consumer. Consumer means to consume a product is a consumer. To consume a product. Not big business consuming AI data centers. That's bullshit. That's not how consumer electronics works. Consumer means people like me that have very little cash to spend being able to go to one of these shows, but cannot go to one of these shows to see the showroom floor because they want $8,000 just for you to be on the floor for what, 3 days?
Yep. Plus, you got to pay for
your food, you got to pay for your lodging, you got to pay for everything else. And that's all going to equal out to about almost $25,000 just for a couple days. Consumer electronics means that the consumer, it's open to everybody. That means a consumer can walk in off of the street. That's not a transient, by the way. Can walk in off of the street and go and look at all the shows and everything else. And these companies should have been big enough to eat the cost, especially if you're $5 trillion. Give me a fucking break. You know, truthfully, if you got billions and trillions of dollars and you can't serve 20 to 30 to 40,000 people, that goes to show what your business model is all about. Greed. I think that's new business model, machine. Greed.
Yeah. Good old capitalism.
Yep. The good old business model called greed. Greed. Is that how you spell it?
Sure.
We'll go with it.
Yep.
So, as a reviewer of myself, looking out for the community, I said my 2 cents tonight. I laid it right out there for you guys to tell you that there has to be a fine line. There has to be a line that they cannot cross. Even if they don't want to sponsor this channel, that's up to them. But I'm going to tell them like this. If you're not going to keep yourself honest, you're not the kind of company I want to be with. If you're not going to keep things honest, you're not the kind of company I want to be with. Guarantee it. Not going to be with you. You don't keep it real like I do, you're not going to be a company that I'm going to partner with. And that's the real deal there, machine. And I'm breaking it down nice and clean for them. I don't care if I don't go to CES. I don't care if I don't go to these consumer shows, because they're not really consumer shows. They're shit shows. AI shit show. That's what they should call it. The AISS. That sounds like a Navy ship. The AISS. Or if you take the I out, it'd just be ASS. You know? Remove the I, and you got the rest of it. So, I think I made a good point What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Be honest with me, man. What do you really think I made a good point tonight?
Yeah, I did. I think that's going away from consumers to industry. And then it seems to be that way in the past as well. But it's they're forgetting about who these companies forget about who gave them the money to start off. And when it all fails, if it all fails, they're going to come crawling back, saying we never forgot you, blah, 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 blah. That song and dance, and the internet doesn't forget. So I don't know. I mean, it's just about the money. They follow the money.
These companies forgot who helped build the foundation.
Yep.
They forgot about the gamers and the consumers. They forgot who helped them get to where they are today. They forgot who got down into the dirt to get them where they are today. They forgot who paved the foundation for their business. And it wasn't them. It was the consumers. It was the gamers. The ones that spent their hard sweat and hard-earned money that they busted their knuckles for, bleeding to get PC parts. Bleeding. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into their system. And now that these companies telling everybody to piss off, I don't buy that. I'm not bought and paid for. That's why my channel is here. That's why I don't have many subscribers, is because my channel is not bought and paid for. I'm to the point to where, my channel's never going to be bought and paid for. Because I'm going to use the philosophy, if I want to get something, I'll ask for it. If I need something, I'll tell everybody that I need this. And on this channel, because everybody's dedicating their time and their hard earned to this channel. If I say I'm going to be doing a new build, I'm going to be putting in as much as I can to get what I need to do that next build. I'm the kind of guy that just don't ask for help that much. I really don't. I really don't want to beg and plead with people to say you want to contribute to the channel to help do the next build, because these companies don't give a crap about, the small people. The small people is what makes the foundation of the big companies. We are the cornerstone of those big companies, and all they're doing is taking a dump all over us. And I'm sorry I used profanity tonight, guys, but it was necessary to get my point across. And, when it's necessary, they need to listen for a change. I've been in the restaurant industry all my life. I've managed restaurants, multi-million-dollar restaurants. Yes, I could have done a cooking channel, but I didn't want to. Because in my past time and on my side time, if I wasn't working in the restaurant, I was doing PC work. I was building PCs on top of doing that. I was doing two jobs. One, my PC building service, and working in the restaurants at the same time. So, out of my house, I was building PCs. I've done my share of work for the community, and I've invested a lot of my time into the communities that I've spent time in. That I actually traveled to some people and actually built their PC from scratch right in front of me. I've done my time in this community. I gave everything I could to this community. And I'm still giving to this community, including my time. Does that make sense, Machine?
Mhm.
So I'm giving my time to this community. I'm not asking you guys to pay for my time. But if you want to donate for it, that's up to you. That's why I leave that little, what do they call that? It's not a donation thing. What the hell do they call that? See, I don't even know because I don't really even say nothing about it. That's why I don't. What do they call that? I call it a
Oh, yeah. Super chat.
oh yeah, the super chats. I just call it the donation thing. So I call it the donation thing because that's what I think it is. I think it's the donation thing. So if you see it in your heart, you want to help us grow, there's many ways to help us grow. One, go tell your friends to come and sign up to the channel to help us grow that way. Two, you can, if you want to donate to the channel, you're more than happy to through the super chats or whatever you want to do to help the channel. Three, if you want to give information and help people out, somebody comes up into the chat, and says, hey, how do I put this together? And you got the answer to the equation. Be more than happy to jump into the chat and give them the answer. That's all a part of us working together as a team. I don't consider me as a team. I consider we as a community as a team. I'm not too big and I'm not too small. Doesn't matter if I got 1 million subscribers or I got 1. I will still be the same person as when you first seen me. And then even if I got as big as the moon with the amount of subscribers, even if I got 1 trillion subscribers, I'm still going to be the same person I always am. I'm not changing me. Even if the world wants me to change, I'm not changing me. I'm keeping it real. Right, Machine?
Mhm.
Y'all better.
Oh, what do you mean I'm better? Oh, my God.
Both of you.
Oh, yeah. He better behave himself because he's handcuffed to the chair. I know he is.
No, not me.
Sure, don't let him lie to you.
Okay, well, I don't know. Who's handcuffed to the chair? Oh, my God.
I just make her think she's winning.
Huh. You wish.
Oh, my goodness. And Machine, I'm proud of everybody that stopped in tonight. And that, I do want to thank everybody tonight for stopping in and sharing my thoughts and my ambitions and my goals with you guys. Here's a little bit of a story that I didn't bring up. When I first started my channel back 3+ years ago, I started it with the B450 motherboard, a 5600G, 16 gigabytes of system RAM, right? A $25 case, a $30 power supply, and a breath that I breathed into that machine and made it work. I content created with it. Even if I was running H.264, that was still good enough. And when I was able to start live streaming, I started to need a little bit bigger system. So in time, I went from the B450 motherboard from Asus to the B550 motherboard from Asus. I went from the 5600G to the 5700X. I went from 16 gigabytes of system RAM to 64 gigs of system RAM. Yeah, I know, crazy, huh? But that's the good part. It's even better, the good part. I decided to invest my time and a little bit of cash to get this, the RTX 4070, made by Asus. Made by Asus. Might have an NVIDIA GPU in there, but it's still handmade by Asus. And I'm still rocking this card to this day on the performance mode on that chip, the performance side. So it's been rocking ever since day one like this. I have not yet tested the quiet mode side to this day because I like the way it's rocking right now. I don't need to use MSI Afterburner to overclock this. I don't need that. Really, I don't. I use it for the overlay for MSI Afterburner. I use their overlay. No, I don't use NVIDIA overlay because the simple fact is I don't have the NVIDIA app in my PC. It hasn't been in there for over a week. Right, machine?
Mhm.
I'm just running on the display drivers and live streaming. Is there something that I know that nobody else knows? Maybe.
Excuse me.
But it gives you the NVIDIA control panel. But I'm only running 2 NV containers and I'm not running 10. Having the NVIDIA app, I'm running 10 NV containers, which is slowing my system down. So I sacrificed a little bit of the eye candy for more performance. So, and where I gained the performance was in the control panel, because you can still do the same thing in the control panel that you can do on the NVIDIA app. So, is what it is. Do I got to worry about DLSS 4? No. So I checked on Cyberpunk, I still got DLSS 4. I still got the transformer model. Ain't that something, machine?
Mhm.
So why do I still got that? Oh, Jay, you forgot to clean out your drivers. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I cleaned them completely out. I mean, completely. I mean, I ripped every single driver out for NVIDIA. Every single driver. Only thing that was left was the display for Microsoft. Your display little thing for your graphics card when you first put in a new one, you get that display setting. I put Microsoft update on hold for a week until I put the drivers in for NVIDIA. And once they were stable, and I made sure they were stable, I turned on Microsoft updates. And that worked out just fine because that way I don't have Microsoft in the background trying to twist of fate the drivers from NVIDIA. They've done that way too many times. You take out the drivers and you notice Microsoft shoves in their drivers, their version of what they think NVIDIA drivers should be. So I don't want fake drivers. I want real drivers, which I got. And that's all I needed was the drivers and the control panel. I'm going back old school, guys. I don't need all that flashy crap. If I want the flashy crap, then I'll sign up for it. But until then, I don't need to sign up for it. If I want something flashy, I'll go inside the display settings of the game, and whatever they put in there is good enough for me. Whatever they put in there is good enough for me. That's all I need to use. I don't need background task running in the background, sucking up loads of system RAM and video RAM. I don't need it. So I was done. And I've been over a week now, and I don't miss the NVIDIA app. I really don't. What do you think, Machine?
I'm not going to try that just yet.
No, I don't expect everybody to try it, you know. I'm just saying my experience. That's all I'm giving is my experience. And I'm just asking, what do you think about the experience?
Of you not having the NVIDIA app?
Yep.
Of you not having the app?
Does the app really matter?
I don't know.
It doesn't seem so. I don't have all that telemetry.
On the 3000 and 2000 series.
It should still work. You get the if you still got the control panel, you still got the right drivers to run the 30 and the 20 series. If I still got the transformer model for the 30 and 20 series, or for the 40 series, they're going to have it for the 30 and 20 series. That doesn't change. The only thing that's not loaded, the whole program gets installed into your PC, bro. But what doesn't get loaded sits in a file in your hard drive till you need it, like the app. The app sits there and you can install it at any time. So, but it just doesn't make sense enough to me to do so. I really don't think it makes sense at all to have it. But you're saying that you need it for the 30 and the 20 series.
Might, because you have to set it up in the NVIDIA app.
Yeah, but you can set it up in the control panel too.
Okay.
You should be able to. I mean, if I can connect DSR through the control panel, and let me since I got the control panel right in front of me, let me bring that up. Okay. So sense. We got the control panel right in front of us. Let's see what it can do. Program settings. Let's see. I have image scaling. I have low latency, MFAA, GDI compatibility, OpenGL rendering. I got about basically everything that has. But that's on 3D Mark. So you see this terminal here. I can see all my games right here on this terminal. all the games that you would have loaded in for Steam would be right here. Everything. And if it's not there, you can add it in too. So, like if I want to add in Cyberpunk, I just got to look and see what drive it's on. See, we got Hogwarts Legacy. And just hit add selected program. So I got it right there. Everything I need, nothing else. So, get the power management mode. Yeah, I got everything I need on that. See, you even got PhysX here too. So, PhysX. You can enable developer settings so that way you can get more stuff. There's many things you guys can do with this. You just got to use your imagination. And plus also too, they got a cheat sheet in order to get your games where you want it to be. So they got many things you can do. Come on, Jay. We all know you have 100,000 shares in NVIDIA. No, I don't. Believe it or not, I ain't got no shares in NVIDIA. None. I got no shares whatsoever, my friend. Nothing. Nada. Not a thing. Nope. But I'll tell you what, I do have some shares in to call this video for this evening, this live stream. Well, Machine, it's about that time, so let's go ahead and say our goodbyes and tell everybody we will see them again. And don't fret, we will be here. It's just going to take us a little time because we got a lot of things cooking, a lot of things going. So you want to go ahead and tell them good evening, and we'll talk to them later?
Yep. Thanks for being here, everybody.
As Machine said it.
Especially Dakota.
Especially Dr. Blitz.
Because Death Duty gold plating. It'll make it it's better than RGB.
And
yep, gold plating.
And don't forget about Mr. MTBK,
Yep.
Mr. Cyborg.
I think he fell asleep though.
Yeah, I think he did too. Because we would have seen a whole lot into the chat.
Yep.
So we got Dr. Blitz, we got MTBK, we got you, we got
I don't count.
Dakota, we got Cyborg, and everybody else that's sitting on the sidelines listening. We do appreciate you as well. Don't be shy if you want to talk on the channel. I leave it open chat for everybody. Now, if you get that little $ thingy, that's YouTube. What you do is if you voice text or you put a thumbs up emoji into the chat, it'll take and get rid of that little $ just by giving the chat the thumbs up. And also, too, don't forget about something else. And that's hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Positive likes do count on YouTube. So make sure you watch more videos to get YouTube to push us out even more. Takes you guys to help me out to get this channel going. So I need your help at this point in time. But until the next time, in the next video, you know what it is, me and Mr. Machine, and we'll see you on the next video or live stream. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you soon.